Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Ellsworth here at MetalCoffeeShop.com. I am back again with my friend Erik from Orca Roofing, and we're talking about the July influencer question today. And that is more contractors are looking to get into metal. What is your advice for adding metal construction to a contracting business? So take it away, Erik.
All right, great. Are we going to do our typical format of a bunch of questions, or do you want me to just free form all of the different things to consider when it comes to getting into metal?
Let's go freeform. What's some of your top tips and why people should add it to their business?
Okay, sure. So I will give you some tips. I will also give you some warnings and some advice that should be heeded when a roofing contractor is looking to expand beyond the standard asphalt shingles roof, which is what is just the staple of every roofing contractor here in North America, and looking to get into standing seam metal. So the first thing that I would like to point out is standing seam metal does take quite a bit more of expertise and training. Um, so one mistake that we see often is a roofing contractor. They have a great shingles crew, and they take them and they shoehorn them into being their metal crew, and that's when we see things go wrong. It is a very different type of trade. There's some overlap, of course. There's still the same roofing concepts when it comes to lapping and making sure the water stays out of the roof, and making sure that the roof is watertight after dry in. But there's a lot of different aspects of a standing seam metal roof compared to asphalt shingle roofs that you kind of just need a specialist who is comfortable working with sheet metal to be able to install a roof that doesn't leak and that looks good. And then besides just the expertise and training for the crew, it's a lot more work for the estimators, the owners, anyone on the office side as well. When we sell an asphalt shingles roof, we figure out how many squares it is. We just look at the satellite image and okay, order 25 squares of asphalt shingles, and it just arrives in a big old pile of shingle bundles. With a standing seam metal roof, you have to create a roof map, a very detailed takeoff. You have to go in person. You have to measure every single panel, every single valley, every single hip, and you're really building and putting together a custom roof package for every single standing seam metal roof that you install. So there's just a lot of expertise that goes um, into standing seam metal. If someone wants to get into it, I would say don't be scared, but just set aside a lot of time for that training and to climb that learning curve. You have to learn somehow. So set aside a lot of time for those first few standing seam metal roofs that you do book, and make sure that you give yourself the time needed.
That's some great advice. And I think, like you said, really good warnings to be heeded when this is something that a contractor is seriously thinking about. Any other reasons why people should add metal um, to their business offering?
Yeah, I think the price, the cost is one reason to. It's a big reason to add it. I know a lot of roofing contractors would like to be able to move more upmarket with their offerings in certain neighborhoods with for certain consumers. It's very hard to sell them an asphalt shingle roof. They want the more premium option. They want the standing seam metal roof. Or what we see very often is they plan on installing solar panels on their roof. There's no better roof for solar panels than standing seam metal. With asphalt shingles, you have to drill into that roof deck and caulk around it and seal it in, and we've seen solar installs create a mess of an otherwise perfectly good asphalt shingles roof. Whereas with standing seam metal, we have these nice ribs running down. The solar panels just clip right onto them. You don't have to drill through the metal panels. It's a very clean system. It's the best roofing system to add solar panels to. So if you're trying to sell a roof to a consumer that is interested in adding solar or wants to have some premium options, kind of have to add metal to your staple, or you end up leaving behind all of those higher end customers.
Yeah, absolutely. All said. Well, Erik, thank you so much for answering the question this month and chatting with me. Any last pieces of advice before we head out?
I think we did a pretty good job of covering everything. I think, yeah, to sort of summarize, make sure that your crew has the expertise, make sure that you have the expertise with ordering and understanding all of the different costs, right? If you're paying $400 a square for roofing panels, your all-in cost with all of the flashings and the attachments and everything else could easily be well more than double that. You could be paying 1,200 a square for materials all in. So make sure that you have the expertise on the office side. And then the reasons to sell it is to go more up market, to sell to people who are more energy conscious and want to have a more energy efficient roof, or people who value aesthetics and want to get into a house or match a house with a more modern architecture. And then finally, to target those consumers that want to add solar panels to their roof in the future.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Erik, and I look forward to chatting with you next month.
Sounds great. Thanks, Megan.